Love and peace and happiness. Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I'm hearing lyrical sensations. Okay, I go by Melinda NailFanatic, but you can call me Mel. And I'm here to deliver this latest timeless collective channel message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video in the description box and on the website. And the following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by spirits. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. All right, so we pulled your alpha and omega messages. This is our dominant energy, and it's the judgment card. This is the same one that came out yesterday. Do we need to take a break between readings again? Is the energy too close? Okay, but we have the judgment card. What else? Bottom of the deck is the chariot. Okay. So judgment, we talked yesterday about judgment as you judge yourself guilty. So you should receive your reward for feeling guilty. You know you judge yourself guilty when you feel like you have to lie, cheat, steal, deceive, hide, omit. Anything other than honesty and transparency, it's your own judgment of guilt on yourself. Okay, let's see this energy. And I'm seeing, so as you can see, I was guided to pull some decks. Some have been speaking since before while I was preparing the table and calling like, hey, I want to come out. And then, yeah. So we're going to pull a 7-card spread and just see what Spirit wants to show us in this energy. We're going to get started with the Caroline Myers archetype deck. I'm not certain that these are all the decks we'll use, but we'll find out as we move along. Okay, so we have the Father energy. So this could go anywhere from being a provider, a caregiver, somebody who is relentless in the protection and well-being of the ones under their care. And then the other extreme of it would be somebody who's dictatorial and abuses their power. Father energy, masculine energy. Let's see. In the image, we have a father and a small child, an infant. So that's relative to for somebody's experience here. We have the rebel coming out now. And this person has made a chair in the tree. Why did I always think that was a chair swing, like a porch swing? But I can see the tree branches now, like she's a sofa in the sky, in the tree. The rebel is somebody who, in a higher vibration, energy comes out to make things better, to improve things that don't serve well. They can see that regardless of what the accepted norm is, like there's something off here and it's just not fair, or it's imbalanced, or it's unjust. And this is somebody who's like, I'm going to do something about it. The fact that I'm seeing now that she's sitting in the tree, I see like she's guided by her ancestors, and I see that she's coming out in a very different energy than she did yesterday's reading. And she's somebody who is connected to her ancestors to devise a plan, is the way they're showing it to me. There's a plan being devised, okay? In the lower vibrational energy, she just like be doing all kinds of crazy stuff just to look different, to stand out, just like, oh, I heard attention seeking. Somebody's a big attention seeker. So they just do stuff to just stand out as well, just to get noticed. Anything for attention. I'm hearing anything for the 5 minutes of fame. Yeah. So 2 extremes on that. Now, all these cards show very plainly 2 extremes. So let's see what else we have. The Avenger came out yesterday too. This is somebody who wants to fight to balance the scales and create justice where there hasn't been before. And on the lower vibration, like this is somebody who is like thinks that creating more violence is going to create peace. And I'm like, and where does that work? Okay. But that's the idea there. Okay, let me see what else. We have the Judge. Okay, I heard everybody, as soon as I seen this, I heard everybody has to answer for their actions, and the scales of justice will be balanced. Anywhere, anywhere where anybody or anything was taking advantage, abusing power, was put in a position of authority in order to be a provider, a caregiver, a protector, and a supporter, yet did not. Rather than do so, they took advantage, they abused. I'm seeing a parent or a person in authority who has a child who, rather than protect them, they utilize the child as a financial and economic benefit. Yeah, all that stuff has to go. So just with the imagery that they showed me, like there's this idea that somebody has no, they said had, okay, corrected, had a position of authority. They abused it, they've lost their position. Now it's time to suck it. I heard suck it the same way you gave it. Okay. In other words, they didn't have no problem dishing it out, but now you don't want it back, baby. Don't serve a plate that you would not want to eat yourself. Hello, don't treat people the way you don't want to be treated. We treat people how we want to be treated. That's like the golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated. The second half of that, the Spirit added on. My Spirit loved to give me second halves of stains that are older than their, but yeah, the second half of the Spirit added on to me with that. And if they don't, then don't allow them to treat you anymore, and don't treat them anymore. Because the thing of it is, so okay, they sidebar message, they said you got to understand with the way your energy is set up, the way your love and light and purity flows in your intentions and the way you move, like people who treat you bless themselves or stress themselves by the way they do so. Thank you. The exact words I heard. They bless themselves or they stress themselves. Okay, by the way they treat you. And so justice must be settled. Yeah, and then I'm hearing they're like, no, don't move on yet. Then I'm hearing, yeah, the pendulum must swing both ways. It doesn't matter how long the injustice has gone on for, because even if it's gone on for thousands of years, which some cases of injustice, huge cases of injustice that have affected millions and trillions of people, they say, yeah, trillions of people over lifetimes are being righted at this time, balanced, the scores are being settled at this time. And do you understand that then, if it took thousands of years for this to come into play today, then it'd be thousands of years as the pendulum begins to swing that way. Okay, so they're showing like from human perspective, this is a long epoch that we're at the very, it's like the pendulum finally stopped because it took so long as it went up that side. It took so long for it to finally come to it, slowly, gently comes to a stop. Then slowly and gently it'll pick up speed to go the other direction. It's barely starting to come down. It hasn't even picked up speed yet. And then as it, like, the further it drops, the faster it swings, right? Okay, so there, that's the energy. The teacher is here. So this is somebody, like, there's wisdom around you, whether it's in a specific person, an organization, a group, some literature that you picked up, whether it's through this reading or any other place that you have, there is lessons to be learned. There is somebody who has wisdom to share and the care and compassion to do so. At the same time, this person has a responsibility as well to manage those student teacher relationships respectfully. Okay, respectfully. So there's somebody here who has to, I'm hearing somebody's got to take accountability for what they've been teaching as well. But there's also a wise teacher there who has a lot of wisdom to share. And again, like I said, the wise teacher could be an experience. It could be a book. It could be a person. It could be me. It could be a class that you signed up for, literally. Like, there's a lot of ways this plays out in your energy. But let me see what else. We have the Vampire. The vampire is actually saying to me, first off, address anywhere where you have energy leakages in your experience. In other words, you giving out energy, but it's just imbalanced and there's no, it's like it's not planting a seed, it's not returning anything. Okay, so hearing useless information. Okay, useless information is I heard a fool's way to occupy the mind. Okay, useless information. Watch out for useless information. I again with the energy leakage thing, it's like anywhere where you've been actively supporting and trying to engage with or provide for anything that is debilitating them and you, that's a energy leakage. Okay. At the same time, I'm getting that it's also necessary for you to get all the wisdom you can. It's like this vampire energy is giving me milk the experience for all it's worth. So the way they're showing it to me is like, say you having or you've had a unpleasant, undesirable experience. Okay. Well, everything happens for a reason. People say it all the time. Now it's time to apply that. If that's the truth, then what's the reason for what's happening here? If there's a purpose or a reason for everything happening, then it's like, show me what is the reason, what is the purpose for this here, because it has been exhausting. I'm hearing it's been exhausting. Okay. And one more for our spread. Let me get a little bit cozy here with you. Okay. Hey, did you put me on the big screen? Are you watching on your phone? What are you doing while you're watching? Are you in the living room? Are you on the porch? Are you in the toilet? Let me see what else we have. The hermit. Hermit energy. Okay. And so again, two extremes on this, right? So on one extreme, on the lower extreme, it's like somebody who is afraid of people, society, judgments, afraid of what everybody else is going to, how they're going to see them, feels rejected. Somebody here also who is constantly seeking validation, constantly seeking support. A recluse. Okay, somebody who has, they just showed me this is like I don't know if ever any of you have ever seen the old show Monk, but he was like a OCD detective who had agoraphobia, I think is what it's called, when you don't even want to go outside. But yeah, he didn't like going outside. He didn't like touching anything. He didn't like interacting with people. So that's the one extreme in this. And also the other thing that they are bringing back to um, lower vibrational extreme in this is somebody who doesn't ever consider their own guidance, but rather like this person listens to what everybody else has to say and follows everybody's instructions. Like this is somebody who is not just highly suggestible and highly programmable. This is like a servant mentality. This is like a whatever you say, like I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know nothing, so you tell me. Thank you, that was a much simpler way to put that. They said somebody who's always looking for another person to control them because they have no self-control. They need so there's somebody in our experience who is, and I don't know if it's you or someone else. If it's you, be real with yourself. Like we might trigger the heck out of you, but anywhere where we do, there's something for you to hear. I don't feel that most of you are going to be the one, but there is somebody here who, as a result of some abuse of power, overbearing, over controlling, helicopter parenting from a father or a husband, like now they need somebody to tell them what to do. Always looking for somebody else to guide them, suggest, like, what do I do today? Should I quit my job? Should I go here? Should I move? What should I eat today? What should I wear today? Should I date this person? Should I go take that class? Like this person is constantly, they don't make a decision for themselves. They're constantly looking for somebody else to give them the decision that they need because they don't have any self-confidence or self-trust or self-reliance. That's the lower vibrational end of this. Somebody here is in that situation and it's like coming up in the reading today for a reason. Higher vibrational end of this. This is somebody who like, I'm happy by myself. I really don't need to go out there. I really don't care what you think. I'll walk my own path. And you know what? As long as I'm the one that's happy, that's fine. As long as I like what I'm doing, I don't need your approval. Okay. This is reminding me of the energy where like my grandsons, if we hang out, And they're like, Grandma, look, Grandma, look, Grandma, look. And I'm like, baby, you got to do it. I'm trying to teach them. You got to do it because you love it, not because somebody's watching you, not because grandma's watching. I'm not always going to be there to watch you. There's not always going to be fans and supporters. I tell them, if I waited until I had somebody there to stop and look and be excited about what I was doing, I wouldn't have done or wouldn't be doing half of what I have done and am doing. I do it because I enjoy it, because it feels right to me. And that's what I teach them and instill in them now. That's what this person in a higher vibrational is learning to do. They do what feels right to them. They don't do it because of who's watching. They do it because it feels good, it feels right, and they trust themselves. And so even if they're the only one that's ever done it before, they're not doing it for the cheerleaders. They're not doing it for the validation. This is giving me big time Sigma energy. So if you know you're a Sigma, put it in the comments, baby. Yeah, if you don't know what a Sigma is, go research it. It's a quite interesting personality, right? But this is somebody who doesn't look for outside applause, praise. They don't need an entourage. They do it because it makes sense, and they do what works best for them, and and keeps them feeling like they're on their path. Like I woke up and did what I came to do today. Yay! Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is the alchemist. So the alchemist is a magician who can transform things from one's energy to another. And I hear energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transmuted. The alchemist is a master of transmutation. Okay. And they showed me, even before I got that, I saw the force field. As a master alchemist, you have an energetic force field, and you can decide and declare that through that force field, any energy that passes, regardless of what idea or intention it was set with, I only receive it in love. I only receive the love part of it. And when I see that, it's like, all the hate falls off, all the envy falls off, all the ill will falls off, all the destruction falls off, and you get the pure energy. And that's one way you transmute energy. So I saw that first, then I saw the whole magician thing. And so the other part of this is they show me people. They show me there's specific people who have wisdom of how to transmute energy, how to influence energy, how to influence people, There's a book that's called How to Influence People. They just show me the title of it. Okay, but here's the thing. These are the ones that's coming up lower vibrational, because we're talking higher vibrational, lower vibrational, right? The lower vibrational ones, they do it willing to cause detriment, willing to disrespect another's free will and self motivation. Anywhere where people have been asserting their will because they see, because they see somebody that's going against the grain, and then I hear humans don't tend to really like too much what's different, or who's different, or who moves differently and operates differently. Why? Because it takes them out of their comfort zone. Humans really like their comfort zone. Humans really like what they've known to be true, and for things to stay consistent. And change scares people. And if you come in here doing something so radical, like, you can scare them. Okay. Somebody learned how to be different by the influence of their father. Okay. And you know what? The energy of it is like, there's supportive elements in this. There's a supportive element, not even, so there's people you might not even know. So let's say, for example, there's somebody here who has tried to teach you wrong, or lead you wrong, or try to make it look like, they're connected to you, but it was with always some sort of ulterior motive, right? But they try to convince you that it wasn't, right? There's a person who knows, and they're like, I'm hearing on that person's head. Okay, they're on that person's head. So this is like a person that's trying to go against you, speak ill on you, speak ill will, accuse you. Thank you. Accuse you of things that were never done. Okay, whoever that is has somebody in their ear that's saying, but I thought this, but that's not what you said, but that's not what I saw, but that's not how they are with me. I've never seen that person in that energy. So there is somebody, and I do feel like it's a physical person, but there's an even stronger non-physical presence that knows your truth, right? The greater power in this is the non-physical presence, but there's at least one person who's like, oh no, what you're saying, that's BS. Because this person right here, they real deal Holyfield. Like, they really are a good teacher. They really are somebody who cracks open information and shares it freely and willingly. But there's this old system that wants to keep you in place, that wants to keep you from maturing, that wants to keep you from learning, okay, or keep this person from learning, growing, maturing, evolving, from escaping the control mechanism, okay, from escaping the control mechanism. At the end of the day, I see the one who is being targeted in this as escaping regardless of what the other's intention is. I do see an escape. I see a clear and swift resolution, a clear and swift resolution, a speedy resolution of whatever this attack is, whatever this counterproductive energy is, whatever this combative energy is. And I am picking up on whatever this spiritual battle is. So whatever this spiritual battle is, like it comes to a quick stop. I heard brakes squealing, like the putting the brakes on this mess. Okay. Let's go to the handmade oracles. I did select before I went live a small selection from the giant deck that we've created together here on our channel. Yes, it's our channel. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. We do what we do because we know that the more empowered each one of us are, the more empowered the entire collective is. So we do it because we love and adore humanity. All right, so let's see. This is love, peace, and happiness family up in here. All right, what do we have? Most important message. What can you reveal? What's the most you can reveal about this for the tribe? Thank you for speaking to their own spirit and their own intuition. Thank you, Little Source God, because I don't need to necessarily connect to them, although we're constantly connected and simultaneously autonomous. You know what needs to be said. You know what needs to be heard. You know what they're ready to receive. You know what I'm ready to deliver, and it all works cohesively. So let's go. Starting here. Okay, all right, so here we go. With over here with the father energy, it says, I don't know how to ask for help without looking weak. I need help. Will you help me? So in the past, there was this energy of, I'm willing to learn. I'm hearing, I'm willing to learn. Okay. In the current energy, there is, we have the rebel there, and it says, you have so many people who need your time and energy, so I decided to pull out of the competition for your attention worthiness. Okay, so in this experience, in the current energy, it's like, okay, I've gave you the training, giving you the training. Now you got to go do the action. Now you got to go apply the training. It's like the certificate on the wall is no good if you don't apply and utilize it. Like, you have to use it. With what good is wisdom if it's not applied, and knowledge, right? The knowledge, you got to apply it. It was never given to you to keep it to yourself. It was never given to you for you to just sit on it. You were supposed to apply it and utilize it. Okay. With the Avenger, in the hidden blessing, it says, divine day, may you find many reasons to smile. And this is saying to me that you have again, like I said, you have supportive energies. So the universe, source, life is supporting you. Anything whether it's a mentality or a collective or a person in specific that is tried to commit unjust acts or abuse their power, because you called. Thank you. I love that. I just heard it. So you got your angels, your spirit team was passed on loved ones who's on the other side, the archangels, however you spoke it, your highest self who has the entire roadmap. Like they're showing me like you have support from the spiritual realm as well. And then there's also somebody in your physical world again coming up who love to see you smile. Like they just want to see you happy. Like I love your smile. I love your smile. Okay, with the judge, what do we have? What else is possible in this for my bliss? Okay, love. So while all this stuff is going on around you, both visible and invisible, you're like in this energy like, okay, what else can I do to keep myself busy while the energy is shifting, changing, while I'm growing, evolving, while people in situations are being moved in and moved and circumstances are being thank you, the word arranged, and I heard rearranged. Okay, in my best interest. Thank you. Let me see what the teacher, what do we have in your environment? The teacher, ooh, Spider-Man syndrome. They scared of wish fulfillment. Okay, so the teacher shows up and it's like, I don't want to learn that. I'm scared. I don't want to try. It's like the teacher standing there saying, just try. You got a whole degree in this. You got a whole certificate. Apply it. Man, I'm scared. I don't want it. What am I feel? You know, somebody here, you know, they have opportunity. Okay, they asked for the lessons. Somebody asked, and you know what they have a hard time with? I'm seeing what they have a hard time with is, is being happy. Why? Because they got used to needing help so much. They got you, like, remember I said somebody's used to being controlled. So when they get this freedom, it freaks them out. It scares them. When somebody comes up to teach them, show them, well, this is how we be free. This is what you can do, you see? And they're like, no, I don't want to. And I'm not, why are they showing me on the airplane like these people are going jumping, like they're gonna jump out of the airplane? Yeah, they have parachutes and all that shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I used to date some girl and she was like, yeah, we gotta go parachute jump. I'm like, no, what the heck, I'm not jumping down nobody plane. You can go, I'll take pictures, videos, all that, I'm good. But anyways, I'm not talking about literal jumping, but like, just stop being scared of learning, being happy. Is it somebody is like, oh yeah, it's your time to teach the class, you got to stand up and speak now, like, and this person is afraid, they don't want to go. And then now they're showing me another illustration. They're showing me the mother bird pushing the baby bird out of the nest so they can learn how to fly. Okay, so there's somebody here who's very codependent. They needed a protector, they needed somebody to help them. Okay, but now it's like, hold on a second, you got stuff to go out there and do. It's time for you to go on now. Take your degree, take your certificate, go and apply this wisdom, go and apply this knowledge, go do what you came to do. Like, why did you come get this lesson if you don't want to use it? It ain't doing nothing, no good for you or nobody else if you don't use it. So this person has to you, but they're scared. They're nervous. They're scared of, are they going to do it right? I don't know if I can do it. What if I shake? What if my voice cracks? I'm hearing, what if I forget what I'm supposed to say? What if I forget what I'm supposed to do? What if the mic doesn't work? What if the teleprompter don't work? Is the way it's given. So it's like this person is worried about the wrong thing. I'm hearing what they need to be worried about is the fact that they're qualified. They have the knowledge. They have the wisdom. So I'm getting a person who is perfect, very obsessed, very controlling. They want everything to be just so. But they trained for, I'm hearing the chaos. They trained for, I'm hearing the disruption. They trained for, I'm hearing the craziness. They trained for things that are not. So there's somebody truly being put out of their comfort zone by the spirit team right now. It's freaking them out. But this is that path of wish fulfillment. It's like none of your dreams live in your comfort zone. So if you want to accomplish them, you're going to have to get really uncomfortable. And then I'm hearing, don't talk about it, be about it. So this person, they've talked a lot. Well, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. Well, then go do it. Like, let me help you. Like, go. Is the energy. Okay. Now with the vampire in the guidance, we have the monster hunter. So one of the first tasks in this person's life, whether it's you or someone else, is listen, you got to figure out the energy leaks. They're going back to the energy leaks. Wherever you have the energy leaks, those energy leaks got to go. Okay, some leaks are juicy and delicious. This leak is disgusting and repulsive, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So we have, oh, thank you. And they showed me bounty hunter, and they said that every time this person successfully completes a mission to eliminate controlling, leeching, codependent, obsessive, toxic, deadly, damaging energy in their life, they receive a bounty. They receive payment. They receive reward. There's a cause and effect that's happening. So a lot of this person's balance is going to come in as they take the action to eliminate all of those toxic, unhealthy, all those words I just gave you, probably like 8 or 9 words. I don't know. And so this person is going to, so we're dealing with somebody who is conquering their fears at the very minimum. Another perspective on that is that there's somebody here who has a lot of freaking people around them all the time that are non-healthy, unbeneficial energies. I see you, baby. Let me see with the hermit. What do we have in the outcome? Grandma's baby, 3 generations. Okay, listen, this card says a lot to me. First off, you are grandma's baby. Grandma loves you. Okay. 3 generations. It's 3 generations to break a curse. So you're one of the 3 generations. Okay. It's the first one experiences it and leaves it. The second one might experience it, but they solidify the leaving part stronger than the experiencing part. The 3rd generation never gets involved and solidifies the energy. So there's that in the outcome in this experience. I want to know more, but first, what's at the bottom of the deck? Which part of me feels this way? Okay. So there's somebody we're dealing with, we're having this experience. Somebody's having this experience where they're coming into the realization like they've allowed this person, this situation, that past experience. Somebody is still feeling controlled by a father that's not present. Somebody is so afraid of making their own decisions in life and taking control in life that they look for anybody to control them. Tell me what to do. Yeah, no. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't even feel good to say that and channel that message for you. It's so opposite of my energy. But this is somebody who is so used to having another control, dictate, decide for them, that this person has pretty much submitted all of their life choices, all of their decisions to anybody who's willing to do it for them. That's a problem for them because it's in between what they want to do, where they want to be, and where they're at. Okay. This person has a skilled, wise teacher show up. And as a skilled, wise teacher is revealed, it's uncomfortable. And so we have a person who's so used to their comfort zone, but their comfort zone is unhealthy. Their comfort zone is toxic. Their comfort zone is really just destructive as heck, self-destructive. And they want to be, what do they want to be? They want to be bold. They want to have a great life. They want to conquer this. They don't want to be enslaved to this energy anymore, to this lifestyle, to being this mentality anymore. Well, what they're going to have to do to overcome this is confront their own demons, their own fears, the things that they give their energy to that don't benefit them. The people who they listen to every whim, like their life. There's somebody here who, other than eating, utilizing the facilities and sleeping, maybe going to work is included in that, right? Everything else they do, I'm hearing, and they do a lot, is at the whim of whoever is around them, because they're very easy to spot in their willingness to just be controlled. And there's so many people. Yeah, they're showing me with my ex. I was like, you know what? You're lucky I am not a narcissistic manipulator, because if I were, you would be easy to control for the rest of your life. Cold words, right? What a wake-up call. I heard a splash of ice water in their face. Yep. Confirming. Thank you for the love donation. Okay. Confirming in the past energy, it says grow up, patience, autonomy, empowerment, and self-confidence. But look at this lady is veiled. The lady is veiled. This is like somebody restrict. Okay, you allowed yourself, somebody here, this person we're talking about, they allowed themselves to be restricted. This veil is showing me like a very small self-determination, self-drive, like the empowerment. It was all so small because they allowed it to be covered. That covering there is a big deal. The way it's coming out, this covering is huge. Okay. And it had to do with a lack of self-empowerment, a lack of self-confidence. Why? Because it was brought into somebody. And then they're showing me two sides of the table. Somebody had a father that just beat them down so bad that they really felt like they couldn't. And running their life, managing their circumstances, their finances, their time, their energy. Oh, yeah, no, I need somebody to do it for me. Okay, is their vibe. Now, on the other hand, like the other side, flip side of that coin is there's somebody who had a loving father. Regardless, I'm hearing, regardless of human character flaws, etc., this person had a loving father who very much so was supportive. This father was very teaching. This father taught this child. Now, these might be symbolic terms. Regardless of what they think of you, like, you're awesome. Don't ever fall for that. Look at how beautiful you are. Look at how creative you are. Like, this person did receive, I'm proud of you, I love you, the words of encouragement, right? Empowering words, words of encouragement, words of love, where another did not. So they're showing me the contrast in that. Okay, in the current energy with the rebel, I have opinion, argument, staying vigilant, psychological game, emotional manipulation. So the one whose father beat them down, the way they're showing me this is a wild. Okay, so the one whose father really like kept them restricted, I'm hearing, and bound. And they're showing me the binding of the solar plexus chakra in somebody. This person will stand there with a narcissist in their face and try to defend themselves and try to convince this person and have this whole long blown up argument, disagreement, conversation, like really try to prove who they are, their value, their worth. This is how they are today. Where the other person who was empowered, who received love, words of love and words of encouragement and energy of love and energy of encouragement, who receive education at home, again, symbolic words for some, this person over here, like, oh, you want to argue with me, you think you're going to tell me I'm out of here, like they just won't put up with it. So they're showing me two sides of a coin, right? Two sides of a coin. You know which side you're on, you know which side somebody else is on, or whether this even has to do with you or just somebody in your experience. With the Avenger, what else do we have in the hidden blessing? The career bottleneck, meeting a noble person, waiting patiently, raise in salary and promotion. As you see, meanwhile, This person is diligent. This person has things that they put their energy towards. Okay, and they're showing me the higher vibration. The one who has received the words of love. We're just calling the high vibrational energy. Okay, so the high vibrational energy, this person, as a result, is very self-sufficient. As a result, is very like ambitious and self-driven. Thank you. Self-driven and motivated. This person will get out. I heard get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by. We got to get up, get out, and get something. Because you and I got to do for you and I. Okay. So there's that energy here. Like somebody gets up, they get out, they do something, they look for something to accomplish today. And they actually do that. They say they're going to do something and they actually do it every day. This is in the hidden blessing. Now, the one who has not had that, what they do have at this time, I'm hearing what they do have at this time is this person who knows how to do that. They have somebody showing them, well, this is how you get up and get out and do something. This is how you get up, get out, and get something every day. Like, I'm going to show you. I get up, I get ready, I take care of my personal care and personal needs. And then I see how I can show up and service every day. Okay. I'm hearing a body in motion stays in motion. I hear a body in stagnancy will sit stagnant easier. Excuse me. So it's like the longer a person sits in stagnancy, not utilizing their creative energy, I'm hearing the more that energy will stick and it will be harder to break. And so somebody here is like busy. This person, somebody learned to stay busy, okay? But they're busy in things that advance them, that build them up, that benefit them, ways they can be of service and such, creative arts, whatever it is that they do. If they're a writer, they write every day. If they're a drawer, they draw every day. If they're a tattooer, they're tattooing somebody today. You know, stuff like that. This person does stuff all the time. Okay. And it's like I'm hearing, and because this person has a get up, I heard early bird catches the worm. Because this person has a get up and get 'em attitude, there's always some supportive external element that shows up. So it could be a client, inspiration, whatever it is the receiving end of what this one creates, it always shows up. And so for like I get up and go to my nail shop every day. I get ready, I take care of my personal needs, I come do my spiritual needs, and then I go sit at my studio, whether I'm booked or not. And this is like almost every day. Almost every day I do this, somebody comes that needs services while I'm just sitting there, right, making TikToks or cleaning the shop or whatever I'm doing. That's that kind of energy. So it's like, show up. What can I do today? How can I? What can I accomplish today? I'm hearing? What do I set my mind to today? Now, the person who doesn't have the self-driving motivation, the one that doesn't get, and I'm hearing these words of love and encouragement. If somebody else ain't giving them to you, baby, you better learn how to give them to yourself because you can. Okay, but the one that doesn't receive that energy, they're like waiting, stuck in a waiting pattern. Just I'm hearing waiting on the world to change. Well, I mean, you can. I don't know how many years you're going to have to wait for that. What's going to happen if you don't get up and do nothing the whole time and you just sit around waiting? I'm hearing get up and make something happen. You know, you got to, because the chariot card was at the bottom of the main deck with the judgment card. It's like overcome obstacles and challenges and get your rewards, baby. You know what you did to overcome something. You know what you did to advance, to take action, to move something. And somebody doesn't. Okay, so we have that contrasting energy here. Let's see what the challenge with the judge. Celestial messages, quantum harmony, receiving sacred messages, experience inner peace. We have a snowy, small town with all the lights on in the night. It's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Okay, winter time. What else is possible in this for my bliss? I'm hearing appreciating where you are. I hear because the one that gives the contrast, they're showing me the contrast in the high vibrational and low vibrational aspects of this again. If they're in the low vibrational aspects of it, they could be cozy at home in the warm by the fire with the hot food and somebody to hug up on, and still gonna find a reason to be miserable. Well, the one who, whether they have it or not, they still go, whether they by themselves, whether they walking in the snow, whether they got some warm at home, whether they got someone to hug on or not, there's somebody else who, by being so built up, they're always going to find appreciation for, well, at least I can feel the cold. Yeah, it's almost time to wrap this up. Well, at least I'm here to experience this beautiful weather. What, at least the street is lit. At least my body works and I could take this walk. Okay, so there's a different mentality. Those two different mentalities are also going to solidify your perspective, your vibration, your frequency. Yeah, because invincibility means going through anything and being unbothered and unfuckwittable. And the only way you could do that is through practice. Okay, through practice. But we have somebody that's been very secluded, very recluse, very scared to come out, don't want to be around people, don't want to be. Okay, what else? With the teacher in the environment. Release, carnival night, make friends, heal, and transform. Listen, there's a teacher saying, come on, baby, don't be scared. Let's go have fun. I know you like being at home, but honey, you got to come out of your house at some point. Okay. All right. That's so funny. Yeah. Cause I do believe that spirit can send somebody to you, to your house with their name stamped, with your name stamped on them, but you might appreciate going out and seeing what else the universe has for you. In the guidance, we had the vampire and the monster hunter coming out with meditate and awareness, expand consciousness, open your senses, awaken the dormant wisdom. And they're saying, yeah, you might ask, what am I afraid of and how do I overcome it? Because remember, we did have the alchemist. What part of me feels this way, right? So somebody is trying to figure out what's making them stay home. There's some kind of fear inside of you, fear of socializing, fear of interacting. And it's connected to a person, father energy, who tried to restrict, tap, cover your energy in some sort of way. Let me see what the hermit and grandma's baby outcome we have. Focus catalyst. Embrace the challenges that propel you forward. This is just another challenge to show you how free you are, so you can overcome it and move forward. Bottom of the deck, independent, going your own way, break out of bondage, embark on journeys, self-discovery, and spiritual. That's what this has all been about. Because remember, somebody here was so used to anybody else. Please decide for me. Tell me what to do. What should I do? Approve of me. Yeah, I'm hearing constantly seeking approval. Approve of me. And it's like, yeah, it's time for that to come to an end. You shouldn't be looking for someone's approval. You should be looking for your own approval. You should be making sure that you take care of yourself as somebody who's barely learning how to do that. And if that's you and you actually are the one watching, I'm so excited for you. Get ready, baby. Strap on your big girl boots and let's go do it, right? I love that for you. And some people that live in this experience that we've been talking about never break free. They never give themselves the chance to see what their independence feels like. But I am speaking about a person. And if this is somebody, please let them know that you're excited for them too, because I feel like you're excited for them too. There's somebody who's breaking out of a fucking box. The slave will be enslaved no more. The slave will become their own master. Okay. I heard the food bag will sustain themselves from now on. I heard the bank of you will pay your own stuff from now on, type of a thing. All right, let's see some more of the Kipper cards, and we still need to pull a tarot deck. So yeah, let's see. What else can you reveal? In the past with the father, we have the community. 39. Somebody was guided, taught, trained to do everything in service to other people. And the only problem, there's nothing wrong with being of service. It's okay to wake up and figure out, how can I be of service today? However, before you go take care of somebody else, you have to have your self-care in order. Otherwise, your service is going to be lacking anyways, because you won't have what you need. You can't provide if you don't have. You can't provide what you don't have. So, somebody had to figure out that balance. They want to provide for the community. It's not that it's bad to do so. The only thing that's creating an imbalance here is, first off, somebody, like I said, they afraid to come out of their house. They're afraid to do things. Maybe this person learned to be afraid because things blew up, didn't go right so many times. But the only thing is, as far as training, this person was taught to always put other people first. But that doesn't honor the divine gift that you have in you. Okay. What else? Oh, I wasn't going to shuffle no more, but now I did. So I won't shuffle no more after this next card. Thank you. All right. What else we have is the main female, baby. Now somebody's finally realizing, like, I got to take care of me. I can't let everybody else make decisions for me. And it's like, as you make that decision to move in that direction, I can see where it's like attracts somebody who feels that they have the right to decide, dictate, declare, demand, or order you around. A commander. It attracts a commander spirit, a commander energy. Somebody, as you decide that you don't want to be, or this person decide they don't want to be servant, slave, controlled, whatever. Now, of course, because they made that decision, so the universe supports that, and they're like, oh, baby, it's time to hit the gym. You got to build that muscle. And so this isn't the only time this is going to happen. This person is now attracted one who really wants to control it. But this person said, I'm breaking out of that. I don't want to do that no more. Okay, well, guess what? How do you do it? By learning to stand up to the people that would put you in that position, the people that would have you that way. The only way you can break it is by breaking it. Like, you got to actually go for it. Okay. You need the training and you need the practice. You have learned the skill. You know what you need to do. It's like you did the book work. Now it's time to get into this apprenticeship. Now it's time to go to the gym to get it done. Okay. Let's see what else. With the Avenger, we have courtship. Oh, interesting. So not only does a person, so it's like getting to know you, putting your best for it. So there's somebody here who is a protective energy that wants to show, I'm hearing show you, there's somebody coming in that's going to rub you wrong because they are not in your comfort zone. You know, that toxic comfort zone, that whole toxicity comfort zone that you're used to. This person doesn't act that way, live that way. That's not in their energy. And so it's going to rub you the wrong way. And here they come like, hey, so not only are you going to get the lessons and the opportunities to combat those who would continue to control you, you're also, I'm hearing simultaneously, going to have this other opportunity over here. They're saying you're going to see both sides of the coin. This other opportunity over here that's very free, that's very respectful, that's very liberating, that allows you to do you however you want to. Okay, so there's two sides of the coin. Is this two sides of a coin in one person? I'm hearing that as a question. You know the answer in your experience. Let's see what else with the challenge with the Judge is the journey. Somebody, the comfort zone, it could be calling you to, lock down this relationship. Just stay right here. Don't go nowhere. But you need to go somewhere. You need to try something different. Somebody here, you need to just be single for a while. Somebody here, you need to really just be independent. You need to work for yourself for a while. Some of you, That's completely valid. I can see where you're independent entrepreneurs and you're starting to get used to that. You're used to having somebody to tell you what to go, where to do, who to contact, blah blah blah, dictating your whole day, even micromanaging your whole day. But now you finding as an independent entrepreneur, like, oh, I need to go make those contacts. I need to decide I'm going to show up for me. Nobody's going to make me. There's not a to-do list unless I make one, type of a thing. Okay. So there's that energy. Okay, judge. Remember, everything has to be balanced, right? So anywhere where you're taking your power back, you need to use it for yourself as well. I'm hearing, okay. In the environment with the teacher and Spider-Man syndrome and a carnival, we have poverty. Poverty. Why is that showing up there? Oh. So anywhere where you have this person who wants to open the world up to you, or yeah, who causes you to be like, this is exactly what I wanted. I'm so scared. There's this, I'm not good enough to do this. This is like somebody's like, yeah, let's go dancing. Let's have a great time. And you're like, I don't know how to dance. You're like, I don't want to go. Okay, I can't go. No, I don't want to do it. But this person is opening up the world to you. There's somebody here who is giving wisdom, right? But it's like, I don't think I could do it. Because why? Because you're used to going without, because you're used to not having, because you're used to being on your own, because you're used to this, your toxic ass comfort zone. This poverty card is looking like this person in their toxic comfort zone. And remember, I talked about a force field that gets created around you in which you receive it all in love. And I'm seeing this person doesn't have that force field yet because of the fact that they're still carrying so much baggage from that time of toxicity, and that's the best way I can describe it, of lower vibrational existence, to, they still got to drop some stuff off. So somebody's coming into their life to show them how to listen. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus. Okay, if you keep carrying all them bags like that, you got to drop it off. Yeah, you can't hurry up because you got too much stuff. um there's something, it's about what somebody told you. It's about what somebody told you. Yeah, one day all them bags gonna get in the way, and they're dragging all them bags like that. Yeah. And then it's like the ones that want to support, it's like they're saying, listen, you need to let go of the baggage, baby. Like, okay, it's like this. I got a room for you to stay. You need a room to stay in? I got a room you can stay in. Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna bring, my washer, my dryer, my fridge, my sofas, my dinner table, my rocking chair. You're like, listen, it already has a bed. I don't have room for your furniture. I only have room for you. I thought you said all that stuff was contaminated and you needed to get out. Okay, so can you just leave all the shit and come on? Like, I got a bathroom, I got a bed. All you need is yourself and your clothes, your personal items. There's no room for furniture here. But this person wants to bring all their junk, right? Which is beat up, destroyed, worn out. It's ugly, and it don't match the decor of your home. And but they need a place to stay. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's like, so this teacher shows up like, hey, look, this is fantastic. Come enjoy. And then so they want to bring their ghetto ass friends. No, there's nothing wrong with being ghetto. They're low vibrational, they're abuser. They want to bring their abuser. They want to bring that the whatever garbage, the baggage. And no, there's no room for that here. Okay, what else? With the vampire in the guidance, monster hunter, and the meditate and awareness. I told you, didn't I tell you that the rewards come as this person figures out where the energy leaks are and they're giving their power away to and reclaims that. I said that. And here we have, what do we have just to confirm what I said? We have sudden wealth. And so what I see is, and as this person, they realize what they've been carrying, the baggage. It's like like as they drop it off, thank you. Energetically, they just showed me. Like I heard this train of thought that says, you know, if you buy a new shirt, you should give a shirt away. So that way you don't end up with too much stuff. You know, I know several people who have entire bedrooms for a closet. I knew one lady that had so many pairs of shoes. She never wore all her shoes. I know another lady recently. She's got so many. She got hundreds of pairs of sneakers. She's trying to get rid of them. She's trying to downsize. She want to move overseas. And I'm like, wow, how do you end up with that many? You know, there's nothing wrong with abundance. But somebody here, it's like, it says you make room in your life for the stuff you're not using, the stuff that's unhealthy, the stuff that's broken down, the stuff that's just in tatters and shreds and just dysfunctional. You make room for good stuff, and the universe is going to fill that space with something that matches who you are now. That's the problem with carrying these bags. It's carrying a mentality that's connected to who you used to be way back when you got it. Long, dramatic pause. They say rewind that. Listen to that again. Okay. What else do we have with the Hermit, Grandma's Baby, and the Focus? We have imprisonment. Imprisonment. Interesting. Somebody here, if they don't remake their mind, their energy, and their behaviors, they're going to find themselves stuck in this position. And they could do it forever if they want to. But I see somebody who's breaking free from this pattern. That's what I see. Yeah, the false person. And the false person in this is definitely going to find themselves stuck in their own energy. Anywhere where a person came in abusing power, teaching false information, pretending like they didn't know what they knew, and then trying to use it against you, the consequences and repercussions for that is going to be ugly. Not only are they going to be sent away, they're going to find it when they get there. That's where they're going to meet their energy. They're not going to meet their energy at your door. They're going to meet their energy where they go, where they think that they escaped to, where they think that they were able to run away and get away with shit. That's exactly where they're going to find themselves stuck in exactly what they contributed, brought to the table, what they thought they were going to get away with, what they thought they could do to you or others, because I feel like, no, I see it clearly. You're not the only one they did this with. You're not the only one that somebody tried to control, try to restrict, try to belittle, to demean you, to bring a person down, keep them down so they could vamp off of the energy. All right. But it's in order for the consequences and repercussions to be felt, like, baby, at some point, you got to stand up for yourself. And then the consequences and repercussions, that's where, they said, once you start to stand up for yourself, that's where that energetic force field that allows you to receive it all in love, regardless of how they send it, comes over you, okay, in your energy field. And that's where you become invincible, I'm hearing. And that's where the other person gets stuck in their own energy, because they can't be connected to yours any longer. You've got to disconnect the energetic umbilical cord to this person. And they're showing me the umbilical cord because that's where the solar plexus chakra lives. So, yeah. Somebody don't want to do it, don't want to do something, don't want to go, don't want to apply, because they're still stuck to an unhealthy, unbalanced, vampiric, disrespectful ass toxic energy. It's time to break them chains, baby. I'm hearing it. It's time to break them chains. So let's see. It's time to bust that lock right up. Let me see what else we have. Put them in their own cage. The King of Swords is here. Yeah, somebody used their words to be very controlling. This is somebody who did it without love. They could have tried to tell you, oh no, this is love. This is love. And then, if a person don't know nothing else, they'll fall for the BS. because you only know what you learn. Somebody was taught some fake love from a fake person, and now this person is like meeting other people, and these other people are creating awareness. This person is celebrating something. This person is celebrating something. Okay, you cut something off and now you get to celebrate. Okay, so you're excited, or this person is excited because they're like, you know what, I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm not gonna fall like that no more. I'm not gonna be controlled like that. And they made the decision and they're celebrating it. And the thing is, anywhere where they're not in alignment with that, oh, it will come up in the connections that they develop now. This person is going to have anywhere where they are still going against their desire to be in their personal authority, to be free in the world, to come out of their house, to share their art, to follow their own guidance. Anywhere where this person is not in alignment with that, that's going to be shown clear as day to them so that they can make the change and make this happen. And yeah, this is a confirmation with the devil coming out in the challenge position. Yeah, their fears. It's like, again, anywhere where a person thinks that they could just drink the night away and escape the consequences of having done damage to another person intentionally and willfully, or trying to manipulate, control another person, restrict them, teach them falsehoods, okay, or disrespect spiritually against another person. Oh, the devil is coming home. Because to be able to try to assert that kind of energy, this person had to, whoever that was, they were working with lower vibrational energies, anywhere from ill will all the way down to an actual fucking demon at the crossroads. You know what I'm saying? Either way, payment comes due. Okay. And they're going to have to pay that bill because they can't take that payment off of you. Okay. Yeah. The 7 of Wands, somebody here comes in to protect, to teach, to stand, to teach and protect what? How to stand your ground. Somebody in this experience finally fucked around and found out with the right person. So they finally tried to do some underhanded, dog dirty shit against a person who could stand their own. Regardless, an invincible person. Yeah. 6 of Swords. Just know that, you know, it will get easier. Remember that it gets easier. As you keep figuring this out, it gets easier. Remember that as you receive this sudden wealth, to utilize it in ways that go towards where you want to be, not your past and who you were. Okay. And what else? The 10 of Swords. And that's the end for somebody. That'll be their end. Okay. And that'll be the end of that idea. The idea that you need somebody to tell you, that you need somebody to tell you what to do, that you need somebody to come in and take control, that you're indecisive, that, you know, that there's nobody on your side. Somebody's going to finally figure out, like, dude, you're supported. Like, look at this whole person came in here and showed you how to stand your ground. You are loved, you're supported, you do have assistance, you do have help. You don't have to bend over. This person used to do that too, and then guess what? Now you're learning like how they stood up. You could apply it. It worked for you. This is what I have in the energy for you at this time. We're going to read your Alpha and Omega messages, and we have the 4 of Action. Your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event, such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. Okay, somebody here, you about to be a grandma. And you know what? Somebody else ain't going to be able to come around, visit, see, talk, nothing. Because you know why? They did it to their damn self. Okay, what else? With the dearest you. Even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process of becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You may feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. This is in this powerful process of co-creation. Your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune in to what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always. You know what I just heard? For somebody, this entire reading that I've been talking about was showing you a dream of a time or like on another dimension. And it's not who you are today. But for somebody, I was just showing like this was a dream. This whole experience was about a dream. Put something in the comments. Let me know how the information applies, okay? And let me know again, where are you in the world? What was you doing? What were you watching me on? And I'm so glad to have you back. Sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.